The objective of this lesson is the students will be able to identify characteristics of rainforest animals and will be assessed by writing 2 to 3 sentences over the given prompt in their writing journal. So, good morning, class. Can someone raise their hand and tell me what we learned in science yesterday? Yes, that is correct. We learned and talked about the different animals that live in the desert. Like for an example, a camel lives in the desert and its hump holds water in for long periods of time, and that is because it does not rain that much inside the desert. Another example is rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes live in the desert, and its scales helps him be cool during the hot summer days. Now, I would like you to think in your head which animal we discussed was your favorite. I'll tell you my favorite. My favorite was the kangaroo because they hold their babies in their pouches. Now with your elbow partner quietly, tell them what was your favorite animal and why. I'll give the students about 2 to 3 minutes to discuss this with their partner. So now you are going to watch a short video about animals that live in the rainforest, and I would like you all to look very close attention to all the different animals that have their different characteristics and how it helps them live their daily lives. So the definition of the characteristics: a distinctive mark, feature, attribute, or property of an individual or a thing. So right now, class, we're gonna watch a very short video. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause here. We just saw a picture of a sloth, or a video of the sloth. So as you can see, the sloth here uses its very long claws and its nails to grab and for its arms to wrap around the tree so that he could help himself and his body up the tree. He does this so he can get his food and his nutrition that he needs to live his daily life. As you can see, he's also using his arms to swing around the different branches that he has. He's grabbing the leaves. So class, as soon as we just saw a very cute video of the monkey, as you can see, you could see his using his hands to squash up his fruit and his food. He's using his feet to wrap around the branches. He's using his tail to wrap so he can get great balance. Look how he's eating the fruit with his hands. See him jumping around the trees with his feet. As you see, we could see the ants. They're very strong, so they can lift up whatever they need to help them build inside their habitats. We have a bird here. He has his very long tail to help him balance on his tree. As you can also see, his wings. His wings here help him fly. He also has a beak. His beak here helps him grab the... There's his beak. He's going up the bark. Frog, he has scales to help him stay cool during We have here an anteater. An anteater has a very long snout, so he could stick his nose inside the ground and eat the ants. He also has a tail to help him balance. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it here. So class, I would like for us to discuss and tell me what we watched during the video. Yes. Now, I would like for you to get with the partner and discuss the characteristics of a monkey, a snake, and a jaguar. They also live in the rainforest. I know we didn't watch them in the video, but they're also included because I'm gonna have y'all do a little worksheet on it. Okay? So I'm gonna work on a sheet with y'all first, and then I want y'all to do it afterwards. Okay? So here's a bird. So the bird has feathers to help him stay cool when it rains. The bird also has wings to help him fly. It also has a beak to help him get vegetables, fruit, or little small animals, insects that live in the ground. Okay, so this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to get with y'all's partner, cut them up, and then match it. So I want y'all to use this chart, my characteristics chart. We have a monkey, we have a snake, we also have a jaguar. I know we talked about the monkey that lived in the tree, that you saw it eating its fruit with its hands. I know we didn't talk about the snake or the jaguar, but I want you to try to use your prior knowledge to try to answer these questions, okay? I will be walking around the class. I will be giving you about 5 minutes to answer this, okay? While y'all are working at this, I would like for y'all to also look at this anchor chart that I have here. So it's characteristics. So the word that is described and helps us understand the character. As you can see, we have a snake right here. The snake has a long body. It has two dots to make his nose. On this side, we have describe what the snake looks like and on the outside. So it has a red long tongue, blue eyes, and it has green scales. So you could use this anchor chart to work out your worksheet. Okay, so go ahead and use your scissors to cut them up. I'm going to give the students about 5 minutes to go ahead and work on this, and then we'll be discussing this as a class. I'm going to be walking around the class, and I'm going to be asking questions to the students. Like for an example, so what animal do they use to eat fruit? Okay. What animal has a scale? And these questions will just be open-ended, and they would answer the question correctly. Okay. So after they're done, I'm going to work on it together. So I went ahead and already cut them up, and I'm going to do it with them. So if they have any questions or if they have any problems with it, go ahead and help them. So I'm going to do this one first. I have scales on my body. So which animal has a scale on its body to help them? I know it's not the monkey. I know it's not the jaguar. So it is the snake. Class, did y'all get the I have scales on my body for the snake? Okay, the next one is going to be I like to eat meat. Well, I know monkeys, they only eat fruit. Snakes eat anything. So do jaguars. Jaguars love to eat meat, but so do snakes. So I would put it between both of them. Okay? because that's the characteristics. I use my hands to grab things. Well, I know a snake does not have no hands, and a jaguar does not have hands. So class, which one has hands to help them eat or grab things? Yes, that's correct. A monkey. Oops. So, I live in trees. Well, monkeys live in trees to help them stay off the ground. Snakes could live in trees to help them stay off the ground from predators, the same thing as monkeys. Jaguars also live in trees to help them catch their prey. So I would say it would be under all three of them that I live in trees. I know that one was a hard one, but don't worry, I'm here to help. So the next characteristics would be, I have no arms or legs. Well, class, the monkey has arms and legs. The cheetah has arms and legs. Can anyone tell me what animal doesn't? Yes, that's correct. The snake. Great job. Next one is, I have claws. Can anyone tell me what animal has claws to help them with their daily lives? Yes, that's correct. A jaguar. The jaguar has claws to help him climb the trees and catch his prey. I have a long tongue. The snake has a long tongue. The next one would be, I like to eat fruit. Well, as part of the characteristics, it would be a monkey. Monkeys love to eat fruit. I run fast. This characteristics would go under the jaguar. It's under the jaguar because we know that the jaguars do run. The monkeys hop and leap. Snakes cannot run because they do not have legs. Okay? So great job, class. I'm so proud of you on doing your worksheet. Okay? So now I would like for y'all to think about the next thing. Think about being a zoologist. A zoologist is a person that they work inside the zoo. They help maintain the zoo, they help with the animals, and they help feed them. Okay? So class, this is a great job on what y'all just did on y'all's worksheet. Very proud of y'all. I know some of it was kind of difficult, but we got it together. Y'all did a good job. Now I want everyone to pretend that they are zoologists. A zoologist is a person that works in the zoo, okay? So you know, whenever you go to the zoo and you see someone with those hats that's behind the cage, that's what I want you to be. So a zoologist is a person who works with animals and knows everything about each animal that lives in there, okay? Now think about what would happen if these three animals, the monkey, the snake, and the jaguar, did not have the certain characteristics that they needed to help them with their daily lives. What happens if the monkey did not have its long tail to help him climb trees? What happens if the snake didn't have its scales to help him move around the ground? Or what would happen if the jaguar did not have its claws? Okay, so I would like for you to be able to go back to your desk and write in your journal about 2 to 3 sentences about why. Okay, try your best spelling and use correct punctuation because I will be grading you in your journals. Okay, so for closure, for today's lesson, let's talk about what we learned in today's lesson. Today we learned about many different animals that lived in the rainforest and their characteristics. Would anyone like to share what they learned about today? Yes, that's good to hear. So now I will need 2 volunteers to collect their science journals, and I would like for them to put them on my desk. To document the students' learning, I will read each journal to make sure that the students have an understanding about animals and their characteristics. The prompt I will ask them to write about is, what would happen if one of the animals didn't have a certain characteristics and they need to live their daily lives? So for the early ones that finish, I would have them work on a crossword puzzle, or I would have them read a book from the library. For the late finishers, I will have them work in different times, either during a different center, or I will pull them to the side and we would work on this together to get them better understanding of this. Okay, class. So yesterday we learned about the different animals that live in the desert. Today we learned about the animals and its characteristics that live in the rainforest. And tomorrow we're going to learn about one of the 5 classes of animals that live throughout the whole world. Alright, class, y'all did a good job. Bye.